Hello, welcome to TURK FORTUNE. I am Ece and today I'm going to explain how to avoid Turkish Military Service Obligation. Before starting, I would like to tell you that Turkey's Military Recruitment Law entered into force on 26th of June 2019. So anything you see on the internet published before this date is actually outdated. If you wish to have the most up-to-date information about Turkey, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. And for the record, this video is prepared especially for people who acquired Turkish citizenship by investment. As many of you already know, there is a military service obligation that is mandatory for male Turkish citizens. According to the law, a male Turkish citizen becomes obliged to attend to Turkish armed forces as of the January of the year he is about to turn 20 years old. And this is how a Turkish man can calculate his recruitment day. So, what about the investor citizens? Is it really mandatory for people who invested at least 250,000 USD in Turkey to serve in the army? Theoretically, yes, if you don't know the ways to avoid it. But don't worry. Whole point of this video is explaining how to avoid Turkish military service obligation. First of all, if the main applicant who obtains citizenship is above 22 years old or already served in another country's military, then he is not obliged to serve in the military. So, if you are the main applicant and you are older than 22 years old, congratulations! There is nothing to worry about. And considering that nearly all of the Turkish citizenship by investment applicants are about 22 years old while they are applying, it means more than 99% of male applicants will not be expected to serve in the army. But hey, what about the main applicants' male children, right? As you know, children who are younger than 18 years old can benefit from their parents' Turkish citizenship application. In theory, male children are going to be obliged to serve in the Turkish army when they turn 20. But do not panic. There are legal ways to prevent your children from serving in the Turkish military, and we have gathered the best solutions for your interest. We prepared a suitable plan for every scenario. First, let's imagine that your son still has another citizenship in addition to the Turkish one, and lived outside of Turkey for 3 years after he turned 20. He can easily avoid Turkish military service. According to the Article 39/2 of the Turkish Military Recruitment Law, someone who has multiple citizenships and living abroad for at least 3 years is able to be exempt from military service by only paying a governmental fee and completing an online course. Such fee is nearly 40,000 Turkish liras now, but it gets updated every 6 months. You can contact us to learn about the up-to-date amount, yet it doesn't change much in time. And about that online course, there is an online test in the end, but you can take the test as many times as you wish, and getting help from another person is acceptable. There is no open webcam rule or anything, so you can see it as a course to improve your general culture about Turkey. That's all. If you have been living abroad at least for 3 years since you have turned 20, and if you have multiple citizenships, you can benefit from this pay-to-avoid program. But what if your son renounces his original citizenship before he turns 20? Or in other words, what if he doesn't have multiple citizenships? In this case, there is a different condition to be exempted from the military service. According to the Article 39/1 of the Turkish Military Recruitment Law, someone who only has Turkish citizenship can be exempted from the mandatory service if that person has worked abroad for at least 3 years with a valid permit. Of course, this solution also requires paying the governmental fee that we have mentioned earlier and completing the same online course. So, this is the pay-to-avoid program for people who doesn't have multiple citizenships, but working abroad for at least 3 years. In short, if you have multiple citizenships, then you must live abroad for 3 years, but if you only have Turkish passport, then you must work abroad for at least 3 years. This is the main difference between the two scenarios, but government fee and online course necessities applies to both. Okay, we have covered the two possible scenarios that your son can experience if he chooses to stay abroad. Now, Let's discuss what will happen if your son wants to live in Turkey when he becomes 20. According to Article 9 of the new Military Recruitment Law, someone who is a resident of Turkey is able to be exempted from the military service by paying the before-mentioned governmental fees and serving in the army only for 21 days for a basic training in Turkey. So, yes, it is the only scenario that your son is obliged to physically serve in the army. Anyone who doesn't wish to serve in the army must spend at least 3 years outside of Turkey. So, we have shared all 3 options to avoid military service. Now, let's discuss how to postpone it. I mean, will it be illegal for your son to spend 3 years in Turkey after he turns 20? Short answer is no, because there are also multiple ways to postpone your recruitment date. For example, someone who has multiple passports can postpone his service until he reaches 35 years old, only by living abroad. Likely, someone who only has Turkish passport can do the same thing by working abroad. Application for postponement can be submitted to Turkish embassies. If your son decides to live in Turkey after he is 20, he can still postpone the military service by continuing his education. So, here we have a third postponement solution for residents of Turkey. Postponing the service is possible if the education is continuing into higher levels, like high school to undergraduate, undergraduate to graduate, and graduate to doctorate. He can postpone his recruitment until he is 35 years old by continuing his education in Turkey. In conclusion, there are multiple ways to postpone or avoid military service obligation. If you need a custom solution for your family's lifestyle, you can send us an email and we can work on a special plan for your son in accordance with the Turkish law. Thanks for watching TURK FORTUNE. Please subscribe if you want to see new content about Turkey, and do not hesitate to send us email if you want to learn more. See you on the next video.